The night before was filled with a quiet, buzzing excitement. The kind that hums just beneath your skin, making every sound sharper, every shadow deeper. Out there, under the vast African sky, the world felt impossibly wide and full of promise. I sat by my tent, listening to the distant calls of the wild, feeling the gentle breeze carry the scent of adventure. Sleep was elusive as my mind soared ahead to the adventure awaiting me above the African plains. I lay in bed, eyes wide open, tracing the constellations through the window, imagining what the next day would bring. Every rustle outside, every whisper of wind seemed to echo the anticipation building inside me. I imagined the sunrise painting the savannah in gold, the silhouettes of giraffes and elephants moving gracefully below, and the thrill of floating high in a balloon, equal parts magic and nerves. The thought of drifting silently above the waking world, seeing it from a perspective few ever do, sent a shiver of excitement through me. This wasn't just a trip. It was a promise to see the world differently, to step beyond comfort and embrace the unknown. I knew that by venturing out here, I was opening myself to new experiences, to the possibility of wonder and awe. The savannah stretched endlessly before me, a reminder that life's greatest stories begin where certainty ends. Packing my camera and scarf, every preparation felt like a step closer to the sky. Each item I tucked away was a token of hope, a promise to capture memories and moments that would last a lifetime. My hands trembled with anticipation as I checked and rechecked my gear, wanting everything to be perfect for the journey ahead. The anticipation was electric, humming in the quiet of my room. It was as if the very air vibrated with possibility, urging me to dream bigger, to reach further. I found myself staring out into the darkness, heart pounding, wondering what stories the night held for me. As I lay awake, I realized real stories begin when you dare to lift off. It's in those moments of uncertainty, when you're suspended between what you know and what you hope for, that life truly unfolds. The first light of dawn crept into my room, painting everything in soft hues of possibility. The balloon ride was a metaphor for life, letting go, trusting the journey, and rising to new heights. As the balloon lifted, I imagined the world falling away beneath me, replaced by endless sky and the promise of discovery. It was about surrendering to the moment, allowing wonder to take the lead. The alarm chimed and excitement replaced nerves. In that instant, all doubts faded, replaced by a surge of energy. I leapt from bed, heart racing, ready to greet the day I'd been dreaming of for so long. I dressed quickly, ready for the moment I'd been waiting for. Each layer of clothing felt like armor for the adventure ahead, each knot in my scarf a silent vow to embrace whatever the day would bring. Stepping into the crisp pre-dawn air, my breath clouded before me. The world was hushed, as if holding its breath alongside me, waiting for the first rays of sun to break the spell of night. Stars glittered overhead as a vehicle waited, headlights cutting through the darkness. The engine's low rumble was a promise of movement, of journeys yet to begin. I felt the pull of adventure stronger than ever. With each step toward the launch site, my spirit felt lighter. The ground beneath my feet seemed to hum with possibility, and I could sense the shared excitement of others gathering for the same adventure. The adventure had truly begun. In that moment, surrounded by the glow of the balloon's flame and the promise of the open sky, I knew I was exactly where I was meant to be, on the edge of something extraordinary, ready to rise. The drive to the launch site was through a world just waking up, the landscape still cloaked in the gentle hush of early morning. As our vehicle rolled along the dusty track, the headlights cut through the lingering mist, revealing glimpses of the wild that felt both mysterious and inviting. Cool air brushed against our faces, carrying the earthy scent of wild sage and dew-soaked grass. The silhouettes of acacia trees stood like silent sentinels, their branches etched against the soft glow of the rising sun, while the mist curled around their trunks, adding an air of enchantment to the scene. Inside the car, a peaceful silence settled over us, broken only by the steady hum of the engine and the occasional crunch of gravel beneath the tires. Each of us was lost in our own thoughts, quietly anticipating the adventure that lay ahead. The horizon slowly blushed pink, then deepened to a brilliant orange as the vast savannah revealed itself in the growing light. Endless grasslands stretched out before us, bathed in the first golden rays of dawn, promising a day filled with wonder and discovery. At the launch site, the crew moved with quiet purpose, unrolling the balloon's vibrant fabric across the open grassland. It spread out like a giant, colorful blanket, catching the morning light and hinting at the adventure soon to come. The basket stood ready, sturdy and inviting, its woven sides glowing softly in the early light. It seemed to promise both safety and excitement, a vessel waiting to carry us above the waking world. Watching the team's practiced, rhythmic movements was mesmerizing. Each person knew their role, working in harmony as the balloon slowly took shape, their faces focused and determined against the backdrop of the awakening savannah. Above us, the sky deepened in color, clouds painted with gold and lavender hues. The shifting light created a magical atmosphere, as if the heavens themselves were celebrating the start of a new day. A bird's clear song pierced the morning stillness, echoing across the plains. I paused to breathe deeply, filling my lungs with the crisp, wild air, feeling a sense of connection to the land and its timeless rhythms. All around us, the world was waking. Animals stirring in the grass, birds taking flight, the landscape coming alive with the promise of a new day. I felt privileged to witness the savannah's first breath, to be present in this fleeting, magical moment. As the balloon began to rise, lifting gently above the plains, I knew this was the perfect beginning to an unforgettable journey, one that would stay with me long after the sun had climbed high in the sky. Suddenly, a roar shattered the calm, echoing across the quiet savannah like the breath of some ancient beast. The stillness of dawn was broken in an instant, and every head turned toward the source of the sound, hearts pounding with a mix of surprise and anticipation. The burner's flame erupted, a brilliant tongue of fire leaping into the balloon's heart. It was as if a dragon had awakened, its fiery breath illuminating the pre-dawn shadows and painting the world in gold and orange. Fire lit the darkness, casting a golden glow on faces and fabric. The balloon's skin shimmered, and the passengers' eyes sparkled with wonder, their features bathed in the warm, flickering light. For a moment, it felt like we were inside a living lantern, suspended between night and day. The balloon stirred, swelling with each blast, transforming from a flat canvas to a vibrant orb. With every surge of flame, the fabric billowed and grew, slowly taking shape, rising from the earth like a giant, colorful creature preparing to take flight. The crew held the basket steady as the balloon strained to rise. Their hands gripped the ropes tightly, muscles tense, working together in silent coordination. The energy in the air was electric, a shared sense of purpose and excitement. Our pilot gathered us for a quick, reassuring briefing. His calm voice cut through the morning chill, explaining the steps ahead and what to expect. He smiled, his confidence contagious, and we listened intently, eager for the adventure to begin. He spoke of the wind as our guide, describing how it would carry us gently across the plains. The wind, he said, was both friend and mystery, unseen but always present, shaping our journey in ways we could only imagine. He promised us the peace of floating above the world, where the only sounds would be the whisper of the breeze and the occasional roar of the burner. The landscape stretched out before us, vast and untouched, waiting to be discovered from above. Excitement built as we climbed into the basket, stepping into another world. Each of us found our place, hands gripping the edge, eyes wide with anticipation. The ground felt both familiar and distant, as if we were already halfway between earth and sky. The balloon towered above us, eager for flight, its colors blazed against the morning sky, a beacon of adventure and possibility. We could feel its restless energy straining to break free and rise. With a final blast, the ropes were released. The moment was electric. Suddenly, we were no longer tethered to the earth, but poised on the edge of something extraordinary. The balloon pulled upward, the ground slipping away beneath us. The world below shrank, and the horizon widened, revealing the endless beauty of the savannah in the soft light of dawn. My heart pounded with anticipation. Every sense was heightened, the cool air, the scent of grass, the thrill of rising higher with each passing second. We were about to leave the earth behind, crossing the threshold into a realm where time seemed to slow and the world below became a tapestry of color and light. The adventure was real, and it was happening now. Laughter and gasps of awe filled the basket as we realized we were truly flying, carried by the dragon's fiery breath. We soared into the sky, weightless and free, the world unfolding beneath us in all its wild, breathtaking beauty. Liftoff was gentle, no jolt, just a quiet separation from the ground. The crew waved below, shrinking quickly as we floated higher. Silence enveloped us, broken only by the wind and camera clicks. The savannah unfolded beneath us, a vast patchwork of gold and green. The ascent was smooth, the world below becoming a miniature landscape. Animal tracks crisscrossed the plains, telling stories invisible from the ground. Suspended between earth and sky, I felt utterly free. The sun rose, casting a magical glow over everything. The pilot fired the burner occasionally, the brief roar punctuating the peace. Each moment was a treasure etched into memory. We floated in a world of light and air. The sky belonged to us. From above, the savannah was a masterpiece of light and color. The rising sun set everything aglow. Grass, trees, even the air shimmered gold. Shadows stretched across the plains, creating a living painting. Silence up here was full, not empty, a space for wonder and reflection. The colors shifted as the sun climbed from deep orange to brilliant gold. Rivers below glinted like silver ribbons. Every detail of the land was revealed. Rocky outcrops, grassy plains, intricate bush patterns. Up here there were no distractions, just the sky, the sun, and the earth. Gratitude filled me for this rare, peaceful joy. I knew I'd carry this feeling long after landing. Then we saw them. Elephants moving below, led by a wise matriarch. Calves played, adults drank and splashed at a waterhole, all unaware of our silent presence. Watching them from above was a privilege, a glimpse into their secret world. Soon, giraffes appeared, their patterned coats like mosaics among the trees. They moved with balletic grace, perfectly at home in the golden landscape. Herds of wildebeest and zebra formed mesmerizing patterns across the plains. A lone hyena trotted through the grass, birds flashed beneath us. From above we were silent observers, not intruders. The animals' world continued undisturbed. These moments were magical. Wildlife seen as never before. The rhythm of the savannah unfolded beneath us. It was humbling and beautiful. We were guests in a living masterpiece. The savannah revealed itself as a living tapestry. Rivers, grasslands, and acacia trees all interconnected. Animal trails wove through the landscape, threads in nature's design. From above, the balance of the ecosystem was clear water, food, shelter, all in harmony. Human worries faded, replaced by awe at nature's complexity. I felt small yet deeply connected to this ancient world. Adventure, I realized, isn't always about daring feats. Sometimes it's about quiet observation and presence. Floating above the earth, I found a new perspective. This gentle journey was an adventure for the soul. The sky offered lessons in humility and wonder. The flight changed me. High above the earth, daily worries shrank, replaced by clarity and peace. True silence filled the basket, a rare gift in a noisy world. I promised myself to seek more moments of quiet and wonder. Adventure, I learned, is about enriching the soul, not just chasing thrills. The world's beauty inspired gratitude and a desire to protect it. I left the sky with a more open heart and curious mind. The feeling of thankfulness colored everything anew. All too soon, it was time to descend. The ground came into focus, trees growing larger as we drifted down. The landing was soft, a gentle return to earth. We stood in silence, savoring the last moments of magic. Our legs were unsteady, but our hearts were full. A simple breakfast awaited us on the savannah, a toast to new friends and shared wonder. The sun warmed our faces as we reflected on the journey. This was more than a balloon ride. It was a new way to see life. Sometimes you must rise above to appreciate what lies below. Find your own adventure, whatever lifts your spirit and fills you with wonder. The world is waiting.